Hello and welcome to another year of Tech Talk. Happy New Year, everyone. Great to see your faces. Just where we left off, I don't know, I'm still maybe in holiday mode. What are we talking about today, Mike?
So you did mention a Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone. So we thought we'd kick off with just a bit of a quick tech talk this week, talking about maybe some New Year's resolutions, probably more so business focused and that sort of thing. It is 2023, 23 being the key number. I think that's probably where the Chicago Bulls jersey comes from, which of course the famous MJ, Micheal Jordan, killer first name. I thought we were going to run through a few famous Micheal Jordan quotes today, but I think probably I'll kick it off, probably one of my favourite ones is he says, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. So I guess it's all good for stealing Jarka's one there by the looks of it, but it's all good winning games, which is job by job. But really, you got to look big picture and look at the championship the year as a whole, and not just getting by from job to job, but maybe setting some good systems and processes and stock keeping and things like that to set yourself up. I know everyone's going Micheal Jordan, number 23, but Marshawn Lynch for the Seattle Seahawks, he's another favourite number 23 of mine. And of course, the famous Shane Keith Warne is another absolute favourite number 23 sportsman of mine. But I think the best quote I could find from him was, I still eat pizzas, I still like pies, I still have spaghetti hoops for breakfast, but it's all in moderation now. So we can probably all take something from that. Welcome to 2023 Tech Talk. Let's go. I've said my bit. Who's next?
Thank you, Mike. That was very entertaining. I like it. Some really good quotes there. Yeah, absolutely. Brand new year, and we've all had some time off, and in Australia, of course, it's summertime, so that's our summer holidays, and most of us are taking anywhere between 2 and it seems at the moment 2 weeks and 2 months off. So plenty of time there to reflect, and as many of us tend to do when we've got the time off, we think about the year ahead. And if you look at the statistics from the gyms, they get a 12% increase in memberships straight after the new year, and that peters off by about February. There's some fundamental things happening in people's mind or headspace at that time of the year, and it's I guess would be ignoring the facts to say that people are making new plans for their New Year's, and they're not sticking to them. So my question is always going to be: you've had some time to think about what you really, really want. You want to do better than last year. What's going to make you stick to it? What's going to make it worth it? So my quote that I've brought along from Micheal Jordan is one that probably gets a lot of people walking away from their goals. My one is: the key to success is failure. And I guess why that's pretty important to me is because I get a lot of calls from you guys, from contractors, when people are broken. I've been on this floor for hours. It's 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm supposed to be packed up, and I've sent you some photos, and I don't know what to do now. I've tried everything and I'm broken. Now, for me, the first thing to try and get you guys to do is think a bit clearer. This is the time that's going to make you. Once you've learned this, it's going to make you. You can either choose to walk away or you can choose to push through this. And this is what makes you. And so for me, those times when I get those phone calls, this is what's in my mind. If we fail here, this is not great. What we want here is to push through, to learn, and add that to our toolbox, and know that next time that we're faced with this, we can do it. So for me, the key to success is failure, and I see that in all parts of the job, not just in the actual project.
As a special guest, I feel like we should let Jarka go next, but in true Micheal Jordan form, I'm going to take over here and just jump in there and continue on from what you were saying, Josh.
I thought you were calling yourself the special guest. So you're always here.
You're always special is what I was going to say, Mike. Come on, you said teamwork was your favourite quote. Then your language must reflect that. You're always special, Milan, even though you're always here.
But You are the special guest here today on Tech Talk. We don't get to see you often here, but just to carry on to Josh, I just wanted to share this quote from Micheal Jordan, which was my favorite one. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been in position to take the game-winning shot and I missed. I failed over and over again, and it's why I succeed. So basically what I want to come back to is last year we did a Tech Talk and we talked about, January was a bit slow for a lot of people, setting goals. It was a good opportunity to do so. Now's a good time to also reflect on last year, and maybe we didn't kick all our goals. So it's not all doom and gloom. If you haven't achieved all your goals, we can just, get back into it and create some new goals and see where we can improve and maybe have a better 2023. So yeah, it's even though you take every shot, not every shot's going to go in. So don't be afraid to miss.
You don't kick goals in basketball, right? Just saying.
Wouldn't know.
I reckon there's a bit of a theme developing here. One of my favourite quotes, apart from the one that Mike stole at the very beginning about teams, is...
Can't steal what you don't have, mate.
is, this pretty bold statement that he made here. Once I made a decision, I never thought about it again. Now, that can be seen in many different ways, but to be able to make a statement like that means that the person making it has a massive amount of confidence. Because you can't say, once I make a decision, I never thought about it again, unless you're super confident or utterly stupid. And we all know which category we want everyone to fall into at a business level, and that is that super confidence. So that kind of got me thinking about, well, to have that kind of arrogance, let's just call it that for the moment, you need to have a whole lot of stuff built into your system and your operating memorandum to be able to say something like that. You can't just say, I didn't think about something ever again. But you can if you're MJ and you understand what the goal is. You can if you understand what your strategy is. You can if you apply discipline over and over and over and over again. Then you get to say something like that. Michael Jackson. MJ.
Wrong MJ.
Michael Jordan. MJ doesn't just rock up to the court to play. He rocks up to the court to win. And there's a massive difference between playing and winning. And I kind of feel that everyone as business operators or just everyone in day to day, including myself, we sometimes forget there's a really big difference between that. And what's in between playing and what's in between winning is this massive opportunity that everyone has the capability of achieving if they apply some of the discipline and the focus and the routine that MJ does, because he knows what his goals are. He knows what's the difference between a point and a goal. He knows what the difference is between winning and losing. Well, a point and what do they have in basketball? It's not a goal. What do they have? They have points and what do they have in the life?
2 points and 3 points.
2 points and 3 points. He knows the difference.
There is between, 1 point if you get a free throw.
A free throw. Okay. So he knows the difference between the scoring is the point and between what's going to make a winning game and what's not going to put the points on the board for his team. And I think as business owners, we need to recognise that we can't have that attitude, once I make a decision, I've never thought about it again, unless we have a very clear understanding of what it takes to play the game, to bring the game and to win the game. And for me, that is like super exciting because there's no one here listening to this today who doesn't have that capacity once they sit down and take the time out to actually work out what their goals are, what the strategy is, what the tactics are, what the discipline's required, and what the practice is going to be required every single day. So I guess that would be my favourite quote from a weird kind of angle.
Second favourite.
Second favourite quote.
Now I know what you were going to say if you used Mike's quote.
What I was going to say with Mike's quote, it's very easy, particularly as single operators, to forget that there's a whole bunch of people around you who bring a level of skill and contribution who can bring a level of skill and contribution to your business. That the synergies that we create when we draw down on the strengths of the people around us or the resources that are available around us, they set us in front so much quicker than if we try and do it all by ourselves. The load is super heavy when we run our own businesses and we try to do everything by ourselves, because we all know we can't be all things to all people. And we all know that our skill sets are very selective, but the excitement of having people around us who can contribute to our goal is just so exciting. And I mean, it's the same with a basketball team. It doesn't matter if it's Micheal Jordan who's the star performer or someone else who's the star performer on your team. The winning is so much sweeter when the team recognises they've achieved it together. So focusing on who's on your team, who do you need on your team, is all part of the discipline and the identification of where it is that you're going, how you're going to get there, and celebration is so sweet. Even when you just get, the small points on the board as a start, it's something you can reflect together as a team and go, look how much progress we've made in such a short time. And like a team that always loses gets frustrated really quickly, but a team that even puts incremental gains, in place, then even that is a win for a lot of teams. So, Mike, that's why I like that. Quote. And we all know that to have a different kind of arrogance again and think it's you're going to be the one that can bring the success and no one else, you're actually cutting yourself short, because you might have a massive amount of fantastic skills. Just imagine how great they would be if you coupled them with some other people. I mean, you're just multiplying your success rate that way.
I think I said it better, but that's fine.
I think you did say it better. But you didn't say Michael Jackson.
Beautiful. Oh, well, that's a good topic. Hopefully revved everyone up a little bit for the new year and get the creative juices flowing and things like that, and get those plans in place, eh?
And speaking of resources, everyone that you see on your screen right now is a resource to you. And if you need those resources, you need the help in any of our areas of service or strength. We expect a telephone call or an email from you, because that's what we're here to do, and we believe in you.
Make it count.
Absolutely. Have a great 2023, everyone, and start that off by having a really great weekend.
Great to be back.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for having me, guys. Great to see you.
Nice
have a great
to see you.
weekend.
Thanks for joining us, Jaka.
Bye.